they trouble them, they won't be able to sleep.
You know that that's what has happened.
Now, what you will now notice is that because they've been troubled at night, so during the daytime, they will have to sleep. They can't eat. They will not be active. So you will give them feed, you won't give. So normally they were supposed to consume like certain amount of feed and drink water. You still have your water there, you still have your feed there, and they are busy sleeping. If that routine continues to persist, day 1, day 2, day 3, then they come down with diseases. And so all these things, once you're able to master management with organic system of production, success is very, very, very close. And also biosecurity. You have to avoid people who are, because in poultry, we have different kinds of bridge of biosecurity. It comes from the farmer's practice. You may decide to buy some other birds from another farm, and then you dump them with your own birds. There's a problem, because where those ones were raised, they have different level of diseases there, and then you combine them together. Then it starts also from combining birds from different hatcheries. So you have some people, I want to buy Noila, I want to buy broiler, I want to buy layers. They now bring them together, all from 3 different hatcheries. Most hatcheries, we have a peculiar disease that is associated with them. Some hatchery we have coccidiosis, some hatchery we have CRD, different that is peculiar to those hatcheries. Now imagine you now combine those hatcheries together. So you are now having, on just one bed, you are having 3 different kinds of diseases that can potentially attack your flocks. So you need to understand that you don't stock birds from different hatcheries. If you have to do that, you need to buy from the same hatchery and stock. And then birds of different age. So you have farmers on their farm, they have different birds of different ages. Their diet is different, and their temperament at different age differs. So the smaller ones will suffer. And once the smaller ones comes down with diseases, it will spread onto the bigger ones. And so your management begins to suffer. So all these little things farmers need to pay critical attention to. Understand how you handle your birds, how you treat them, avoid breach of biosecurity. Like also feeding birds. You have some farmers who feed birds with moldy feeds. You know, some of the feeds you feed them, you see them forming clumps together, and then you just break the clumps and give to the birds. That is not how to go about it. You are introducing diseases. Those are fungi, and so it will compromise their health. They will be done to water, especially when the feed comes in contact with water. So they will be done with such diseases if you feed them with such clumps of feed. So all this is, then you have local chicken around. When you have local chicks around your pen, those ones have higher immunity. Their immunity is higher than the birds you are training in birds. So, and they are around, chances are that you may step on their poo and take into your pen. And these ones will feed on it. The moment they feed on it, there's a problem. And also you have foreign birds coming in from the wild. So I have a farmer who is always having issues with the birds. And so we've tried all different methods that used to work in the past, but continuously failed. So we were wondering what is the cause. So I was interested. I decided to visit his farm. So what I discovered was that he used to have pigeons. No, not that is where they live. So your pen. No, they only come here. That's where they live. He's housing them for free. So he has pigeons on the farm. And so those ones will pour in their water, in their everything.
And he didn't know.
So there's no matter the amount of, even if you are using chemicals to solve the problem, it will not work. Now those ones are in the wild. And so they've survived so many diseases in the wild. The landlord of the disease. So all these things farmers need to pay attention to. And then you have You have workers that have birds at home. Workers that have birds at home. They too are raising birds, and you didn't know. And then you employ them. They come from home to feed so they have those slippers and all that from there. Usually even the footwears from outside should not get into your farm. So yes. Yes, standard operation, yeah. So all those things you need to put in place, and then you watch, and with the right feeding, water and everything, then you get excellent results. So it makes it easier for the farmer. So training, biosecurity, understanding the chickens and their behavior. Yes, it's going to be June. And we do crops June 6th, but it should be around June 6th.
Around June 6th.
Yeah. Yes.
Around June 6th.
Okay. 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 Yeah, it's perfect. Well, it depends. You see, we have different breeds and their pattern of growth. So for like broilers now, which is the easiest you can grow within 6-7 weeks, you start harvesting them. The reason for this is that they are selected breeds and they grow very fast. So, but if you put them on a free range, you will not get that fast growth from them. And so it's like pouring water in a basket. Though we still have some clients who like them free ranged.
It might not be free range as in like our own. They walk within
the perimeter.
Yeah.
Yes. So you can enclose them within a perimeter. So let them have. You see, in organic, the beauty of organic is that we allow those birds to enjoy the freedom of their life. You see, having layers confined in those small spaces is one of the most wicked. Continuously. No, those are.
When we decided to sell them as
old layers.
I was emotional. I didn't eat one single one of them.
You see, when you see.
They were strong. Then other one that they said, when you see the conventional ones, they will have lost their feathers. And
their feathers.
They were shining.
Yeah.
The last person who stole my layers around the farm, they packed them.
So many stories.
I was just driving to the farm. I said, wait, this chicken are my own. In this whole area, I've never seen layers
as heady as this.
As nice as this. The woman said, no, it's not a lie, it's this, that. We left. Guess what? Then came back and said they should call me and beg me that she didn't know they were stolen, that it's her son that brought them, that she should help. I said, no, it's okay.
They keep it.
No security.
Compromise. Who was involved?
Who can see your chicken? It's the people who are
you see, the beauty with the layers is that I have 2 batch of layers. The first batch, like almost 3-4 years. Then a new batch. After like 2 years, I mix them together. You cannot differentiate you cannot know which one is the old layers and which one is the younger one. The only point you can pick out is the drinking.
Okay.
You have this mark where they normally drink, so the water is always. So when you raise up their neck, this one is the old one.
Okay.
But all the feathers are full and they are almost looking alike. They don't lose their feathers. All those ones is that is cage stress. That is cage stress. They are responding to stress. That is a cage stress. That is where they lose their feathers. And after losing their feathers, they are molting. That is molting. They are not going to lay. They are not going to lay until the feather comes back. You first have to be tired of life. Where they can live well. And they can also reward you.
Yes.
You understand? They reward you longer. They lay, they do everything. And you enjoy the way they behave. More than 4 years.
Our own.
In fact, they can live more than 4 years, but their eggs will now be bigger.
Okay, bigger.
As they grow, yes, will be bigger.
You know when they start, their eggs are small.
It's okay. Now you see. Now let me tell you the greed. The greed is that they want 1,000 layers in the pen, and they want to be taking close to 800 eggs every day. Nothing more, nothing less. Is what. So after that, they sell the chicken off as old layers, and then they dose them well with chemicals.
That's what I'm always telling an auntie before. She
Old
said,
layers.
"Don't you have old layers?" I said, "Auntie, old layers. It's poison. Poison."
The chemicals in them is almost times 2. Yes, I have a train. So
Photographer, please come and take our group.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
We are carried so I can show you at least one more. So I didn't get you. Oh yeah.
yeah, number 00
Please join us. Join us. Join us.
3434
NYSC. Go, go, Pila.
2637
37.
2637.
No, when they are talking, I know what they do.